So before I started reading it, I had feelings that for some reason I thought it was going to be a Chase Wife Criterium or Dog Blood. I full on thought it. I thought, oh, this was going to be some sort of either the main character or his love interest was going to be full on abusive to each other, and then one of them would choose their abuser over the person that was their actual love. But no, no worries. It is nothing like this. This is honestly just a really goofy book. It is full on goofy, but I will say, like I said in the last video, you will want to hug the main character throughout the story. You will want to hug him. So the god who informed the main character of his mission assigned by the Jade Emperor, we're going to call him Mission God, he used to repeatedly show up basically to inform the main character to make sure a certain objective was hit, make sure something happens. And this kind of gave me system vibes. He reminded me of a system. So technically we should call him System God. Yeah, we should call him System God, not Mission God. But yes, he full on reminded me of a system. Like, he repeatedly tells the main character what he needs to make sure gets done with the test taker too. I am not kidding. And sometimes his information is not that great. It is not that helpful, and things don't go the way like he assigns the main character it's supposed to go. So the male lead, he is a good friend of the main characters. You probably already got that from when I talked about the grudges the main character has against the two test takers. But yes, the male lead is main character's good old friend, the person who tried always helping the main character. The scene where they met is super sweet, and honestly, the moment you read this scene, you knew those two were assigned to be each other's love interest. That they were meant to be. Like, they are soulmates. Like, because the male lead was always a god, never ever a human, he doesn't actually understand romantic relationships or sexual relationships. So every time he can get an inch of it, he likes to push for more. And the main character has to repeatedly remind him, hey, we can't do anything. Stop, we'll be executed or we'll get a punishment exactly like the test takers. And yes, the male lead is helping the main character with his task. Like, they're working together to mess with this couple, and I freaking love it. Also, you can tell the male lead is jealous. Like, every time the main character has to interact with the test taker too, the male lead is jealous. He is full on jelly. He can't even hide it. Like, it's pretty obvious if you read it. He is jealous of test taker too, and he probably thinks the main character has feelings for test taker too. So the system god comes down, gives the main character a new objective, which gets the main character killed. I am not kidding. It gets him murked. Basically, he was supposed to stop Test Taker 1 from capturing and kidnapping Test Taker 2 from his hold, and it fails. Like, he's supposed to basically stab Test Taker 1 to prevent him from taking the beauty, but instead he's the one who gets stabbed and killed. And like, Test Taker 1 was originally going to just outright kill him while he was still sleeping in his bed after pulling Test Taker 2 out of their bed. And Test Taker 2 stopped him and pleaded him not to hurt the dude because he's actually been caring and good to him. But the main character woke up, had to put on a full-on villain act, and gets murked. And like, the male lead jumped in just as when the main character got murked and told the two bastards if they wanted to survive and able to leave, they better leave now and let go of the main character or he will make them suffer. Like, I freaking love the male lead. I'm telling you, I love them. Also, there is a fox spirit in this, and the fox spirit has feelings for the male lead, and because the male lead wants to know about romantic and sexual relationships, he lets the fox spirit do everything the fox spirit wants. Like, the fox spirit stays on a lane. Like, not the first time they met, because he put his hands on the male lead the first time they met, and the main character walked in on the scene and stopped it. But like, he lets the fox flirt with him, give him gift stuff, and the main character sits there and goes, guys, remember, you can't cross a certain line. You can't. And yes, the main character is also drinking the Veganer between the fox and the male lead, but also, dude isn't. Like, he is and he isn't. So we're going to talk about this, but the main character, he kind of has bad luck with love. Basically, back when he was 7, he was told by a fortune teller and then repeatedly told by several fortune tellers that he has great luck in everything but love, that he would never find love, that he is just meant to be alone. And he's like, no, no, I will find love. And he's tried repeatedly to find love. He's had several engagements, like he had betrothals repeatedly. Each person he had a betrothal with and engaged with left him for another man, would full on cheat on him, have an affair with another man, and leave him. Like, one of them was left him for the emperor. And then the emperor's like, oh, you can have my sister to make up for it. And he's like, okay, that's fine. And then the sister cheated on him with another man and got pregnant with another man. This man has been in several engagements, each failing. And I just felt so bad for him, because when you read this, even though people thought he was a love-struck romantic, he is. It's not just people think it, he is. He is such a sweet boy, just like the imperial uncle, and he's just bad at luck, like the imperial uncle is. Like, oh my god, it is bad. The second body the main character gets is a 40 or 50-year-old Dotus monk, and now he has trouble in that body with the male lead, and it is just hilarious. They come across the two test takers again. This time the test taker 2 was left at a hotel by test taker 1 while he hunted down medicine, and the main character's like, I have the medicine here. Well, technically the male lead did, because he got a gift from the fox spirit. They give it to test taker 2. They find out from the fox spirit, because he was injured when he came to see the male lead, that test taker 1 went to his den and attacked him to steal the medicine from him. And when they go back, because he had imprisoned test taker 1, he didn't harm him, he imprisoned him. When they arrive, they find out that all the other creatures except for one demon at the fox spirit's, den was all captured and kidnapped. So the fox spirit has a more grudge against test taker 1, and they're like, you can't go against him, you can't put your grudge against him. If it wasn't for the mission I was assigned to, I would totally let you have your grudge against test taker 1, but I can't let you, because full on have a mission to do. But if I didn't, I totally let you, because I hate that bastard too. I hate him also. Also, the father of the main character's first body, the border prince, he, after finding out what was done to his son, he wants revenge. He wants to hunt test taker 1 down and 2 and murder them for what they did to his son. I am not kidding. He wants them dead. He doesn't care if he has to go to war. He will make these people suffer for what they did to his son. Also, it is very much Scum Saving System stories going about, rumors about the relationship between the Melly, the main character, the two test takers when the main character was in his first body for the mission. Like, people are spreading rumors, and it's becoming a full-on foretell in book, just like in Scum Saving System. Now, technically, the War God's sister was passing those stories around, but still full-on stories going on between the relationship between all 4 of them. Like, it is hilarious. Also, what was really cute was the relationship the main character had with the first body's 2 nephews. Like, it was super cute. Like, he would mess with them, tease them. He would also be like, here's some stories to tell. He also would get on to the eldest nephew, because the eldest nephew kept trying to kiss test taker 2 or the male lead, and he kept having to be like, no, 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 no. Like, it was super adorable and sweet. And when he gets in his second body, the Dotus monk's body, and goes to the funeral of his first body, he switches out protective jades for 2 toys he had back at his palace, his room, because those little boys stole items from his room, and he's like, oh, these are my items. Let's switch these protective jades out for him. And he was just going to give them to the 2 boys, but they wouldn't give them, they wouldn't take the gifts he was giving them unless, they provided something for him, and it was super cute.